Hi, I'm Sev Meneshian, certified financial planner practitioner and the founder of Pro Exam Tutors. Today, I'm going to talk about what to do if you took the CFP exam but didn't pass. Obviously, this can be a very deflating, frustrating, and depressing moment in both your professional and personal life. On the professional side, it's disappointing because you spent all that time and money only to come up short. You might be working in an office setting where your colleagues know you were sitting for the exam, or even one or more of the people that you work with took the exam at the same time and they passed. But having not passed the exam, you might feel a little embarrassed about it, or you might even feel like a failure. First of all, it's important to know that failing at something does not make a person a failure. When you're learning anything or attempting to do something that's difficult, and in this case, very difficult, you're going to fail at something at some point. It's as simple as that. Now, I realize that this probably doesn't make you feel any better, but it's really important to realize that you will go through somewhat of a, call it a mourning period or a depressing period, similar to the one where you've experienced a loss of any kind. This is going to require some time to emotionally heal, and that time, it might be just a few days or it could be a few weeks. The timing of getting over your result from the exam, it really doesn't matter, because I'm going to ask you to remember all of the hours that you spent learning this huge, vast amount of information, and encourage you not to throw all that time spent away. It would be a total waste if you were to do that. The other thing is, even if you did fail the exam, you're already a better financial planner than you were just a couple of months back, even a couple of weeks back, for that matter. So, it's important to keep things in perspective there. Anyway, once you get over the initial shock and disappointment, some of the things that you can do to give yourself a better shot at passing the exam next time are, first, to review your exam results. By now, you have your detailed report, which will tell you how you performed in each section of the exam. Be sure to review your areas of weakness carefully. Identify those areas where you need to improve. And I'd even make a list of every topic in that particular module and highlight the areas that you absolutely know that you need more work in. Once you've keyed in on the areas where you did poorly, go back and review the material and practice questions in those areas with your list. In fact, if you're going to sit for the exam during the next cycle, I'd even set up a study plan that has you address your weakest areas first, so that you have more time for comprehension, more time for the material to bake in your brain, let's say. And your stronger areas, you can address those with less time, almost even just treating those areas as a refresher topics. The third thing is, I'd stay motivated. Failing the CFP exam, yes, it's discouraging. It might even be embarrassing for you, even though it shouldn't, but it might be, depending on the person. But it's important to stay motivated and laser focused on your goals. You'll want to remind yourself why you wanted to become a CFP professional in the first place, and then keep working towards that goal. There's an endless number of very successful people that have failed along the way. In fact, I think failing is a prerequisite for success. So just put yourself in that large group and get back to it when you're ready. But before you do, very importantly, take a little break. I'd say at least a couple of weeks, maybe even a month. You obviously don't want to take too long of a break if you're going to sit for the next exam cycle, but you need to give yourself ample time to rest and to treat yourself well. I actually think a healthful rest period will help you perform better, because now your mind actually has the time to settle down a bit and to better absorb all of that information that you've crammed into it over the past year or so. Finally, when you're ready to get back to it, consider altering your approach somewhat. For example, you can read about the crummy provision all day long and not get anywhere, but watching a short and succinct video on the topic, just like the ones on this YouTube channel, could make the topic a lot easier to understand. So when you do get back to reading about it, the topic as a whole makes way more sense. Another route that you can take is to form a small study group, which you can obviously do at no cost. A great way to find others to form your group is by visiting the CFP Candidate Forum. You could even find others that struggle with the exam so that you have a group now that is not only working on the material together, but giving you the consistent motivation. You're motivating others, they're motivating you. So it's an ideal feedback loop. Anyway, I hope you found these tips to be encouraging and most importantly, helpful. After you've gotten over your initial and temporary, and I have to stress temporary disappointment, get back in there, give it your best shot. Again, the chances are you're closer than you think to passing the exam. And I wish you a ton of luck the next time around. Take care.